Hi guys, what's up? Alex here. Today we are here to look at Renault 2016 car. So you can see here today, they haven't changed the livery and they have announced this is only a testing livery. I think they did say that when they launched it before, but this is just a testing livery, and yeah, obviously we'll be seeing hopefully a bit more of a vibrant coloured car in the race. Obviously we already have just a pretty much plain black car in the McLaren Honda, so let's hope at least that the car is, well, when it's in Australia we have a nice livery for it. I'm hoping like bright yellow, that would just be pretty cool, but we'll see what happens obviously. But Julian Palmer and Kevin Magnussen will be sort of forefronting the attack on the 2016 season here, and well, Palmer's the first one out in the car today. I will be doing a review, or I'm hoping to do like a bit of a review, or just sort of a roundup, you could say, of the first day of testing, like who was fastest, who did the most laps, that sort of thing at the end of the day. So hopefully we'll do that at the end of the day with some like gameplay in the background or something. But yeah, the Lotus looks like a pretty tidy car, not anything too complex on the front wing. The side pods are a really weird shape. They're quite big, but they're quite wide and sort of, how do I really say it? It sort of goes out wide and then cuts back in quite quickly, but it's still got quite a big surface area, so that's going to be dragging back the car a little bit, obviously having such a big side pod. But it's kind of a weird shape. I don't know if there's any other cars on the grid this year that have got that weird shape of the side pods, but it doesn't really matter too much, I'm sure. I suppose it will help with the Red Bull engine. Obviously, if they are having problems with it, we're assuming that they are having problems with it, considering how have been over the last few years. Obviously, Renault, 2013 was their last decent year. 2014 was pretty bad. 2015 was pretty much a disaster. But it's only obviously Renault and Red Bull this year running the Honda engine. Obviously, Red Bull using the Tag Heuer sponsor to sort of cover up the Renault deals, and I think Toro Rosso using the 2015 Ferrari. So that's going to be a bit of a disaster for Toro Rosso at least. So we'll see at least. But I'll get onto that in my preview of that in a few hours time. But overall, this car's looking pretty tidy, nothing too complex by looking at it, and I'm expecting them just to try and be reliable. That's the first thing. I mean, we saw some quotes a few weeks ago saying, well, Renault, people at Renault saying that it's going to be really, struggling to score points, and target is like podiums and race wins in a few years' time. So I think that's quite a big task to be saying that they're going to be scoring points regularly in 2016 here today. But who knows? Obviously, if they've got a nice pre-season under their belt, they developed the car well. Obviously, it's a manufacturer team now, so they're going to have a whole lot more money than they did over the last few seasons. So I'm expecting them to develop this car pretty hard. So throughout the whole season, I think it's going to get in quite a lot better. So we'll see obviously how it all plays out for them. Obviously, I want them to do well. Obviously, when you see a new team or a rebranded team come into Formula 1, you want to see them have success, because the more teams we have on the Formula 1 grid, the better. And if you don't have any sort of success whatsoever, it does sort of mean like, what's the point of us being in the sport if we're just not going to get anything here? So yeah, that is I think that's good for them if they can get a few points here and there down the line. That would make, I'd say, a decent, successful season. I don't think they're going to get the podiums they did last season, but getting the points will probably be enough. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's been Alex, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.